Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers. Welcome back to another video on SpadeGalzProductions, the gaming and unboxing channel with me, Jake Spins, who is also from SpadeGalzOriginal, which has Girl Cyclones, Quincore, Florali, and vlogs that you can all check out in the information button and the end screen. Just to say, I'm very tired, so this eye right here, when I'm super tired, it doesn't always fully open, so if it's like half closed, I do apologize about that, but that's not the topic of the video today. I would like to mention though, had I would have thought about this actually a little bit more, this would have been a part of another video, but I didn't think of it until now, until actually receiving the package, so bear with me. But something that came with this exact same thing we're going to be looking at today is going to be put with a GE plush. So we will have a video of a GE and Tomy plush right next to each other. So definitely look out for that in the future. It's going to be an awesome video. But today we have something from the new Tomy line being dun-dun-dun. That's right. Supersonic. Not just any supersonic, but he's so soft. Classic supersonic. Oh yeah, that's right. We have ourselves a classic supersonic plush. Now if you didn't know, classic supersonic, wow, that is quite the mouthful to say. But this version of supersonic has not actually been a part of any plush line since Sonic the Fighters in 1996. That's right. I mean, I don't know when the plush line actually came out, but I'm going from when the game came out. But that's correct. It's been 20 years since we've gotten a classic Sonic plush out there by Sega. Granted, there have been multiple supersonic plush, there's been multiple supersonic merchandise, but this is the first time in a while that we are seeing a classic supersonic. And it really does actually work, because one of my biggest worries is I saw how small he was in the thing. I got worried being like, okay, well, what are the different things for classic supersonic? And before I get into that, we did have a modern Sonic GE plush unboxing, so definitely make sure to check that out if you want to know more information on supersonic, because we will not be covering that information here. If you do want to know where Sonic Supersonic has also been, he started in Sonic 2, of course, and then in the classic games, he's been in Sonic the Fighters, he's been in Sonic R, and then, of course, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, just all those kind of games, and it's kind of stapled. I will say another thing I like is the tag looks very classic. Granted, I didn't actually come from the 90s, so I can't tell you, hey, this looks exactly like how he should be represented, but honestly, I feel like he's represented extremely well here. One of those big details that I really like is he is super soft. Like, it fits. It's supersonic. It's awesome. You've got the classic Sonic the Hedgehog logo, which is amazing. Of course, you have Tomy in there too. I'm not going to be cutting off any of this stuff because I am now collecting these. So, you know, there's that. The tag's a little bent, which is kind of a shame. But, as I was saying before, the things that define classic Sonic away from Sonic are few things. Three main things. One, eye color. For Sonic, for just Sonic in general, when it comes to this, his eyes for classic Sonic have to be black. Now, if you didn't know, in the retro games, or the classic games, Supersonic's eyes would actually be green. They started off green, and then when you went into the adventure games, Sonic's eyes normally became green, but then they became red when he became Super. Now, I don't know if in Mania, because I didn't actually pay that close attention. I know, fake fan. I didn't pay enough attention to realize if they were black in Mania or not. We do have a whole Sonic Mania playthrough of Sonic and Tails that are up. Knuckles is coming later on, and so is multiplayer as well as Sonic Mania Plus, so definitely look out for that. Now, another thing that you want to look for is his actual figure. One thing that defines classic from modern is that classic has a very pudgy, there's not really a very good word for it, but he has a very pudgy figure. He's very rounded instead of moderns and adventures, more thinner and, you know, kind of, I guess thinner would definitely be the better way to put it. But classic Sonic is not that way, and they definitely did that very well. His arms are a bit stiff, though. I don't know why this one's, like, you know, so uptight. Like, chill out, mate. You're not giving anybody a high five. Okay, fine. I'll give you a high five. Woo! Dream! Okay. Anyway, though, another thing that defines classic Sonic would be the bottom of his shoes. I know it's such a tiny, small detail, but the bottom of... Can you get your car stolen some other time? Mate, I'm making a video. Another thing, it is a very minute detail for him, is that the bottom of his shoes have to be red. Modern Sonics are gray, and sorry that I'm having a hard time talking because of the tired thing, but also because this is a lot of switching back from Sonics, so I do apologize. But classic Sonics, they have to be red. If they're not red, people are getting sued, okay? People cannot be sued. It's like Sonic's arms, they have to be this tan color, or the fan base will go, like, insane. Not even kidding you. But we also have, I'm gonna, like, put some shadow on this so that you guys can see better. I thought more light would be better, but I guess not. For my face, it's better. For the plush, not so much, apparently. But you've got his circular belly. You've got his frowny little smirk. For some reason, whenever he's in his general form, he's usually smiling. He's usually like, hey, I'm super cocky. I'm super adventurous. I'm super amazingly fun. And I'm not going to date Amy Rose, but I'm going to date somebody else. I just don't know who yet. And then, for Supersonic, he's like, I'm strong, man. You know, like, he's like that kind of thing. Okay, let me stop. Other things for just Supersonic in general, for some reason, his back spikes have always been spread out instead of, like, you know, just curved. But they've been spread out. In Sonic X, they did show this detail with his back spikes being like that, at least for a few scenes, I believe. And also, the middle is missing. Because when you think about it, since this one has to go up, because he has the 3 spikes there, if you have this one going up, and then you had this one going up, there wouldn't be enough space, because this one can only go up so much. So, they have to get rid of the middleman for that spike. I believe this is how Supersonic always has been. The plush itself looks really decent. You've got this little tail. It's very flat. And I feel like his body is very proportioned nicely. The only complaint that I would have to probably say is that his joints feel a little stiff. Like, this arm shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be up. It should be more like this arm. Like, they did this arm correctly. This arm looks natural. This arm doesn't, and my only guess is because they put the tag here. Any other guesses? I really don't know. The interesting thing, though, is if you look, this arm is not to his neck, but this arm is. This arm is a perfect example of how you want to do an arm. This one is like, it's like that one meme of you versus the person that she tells you not to worry about meme. It's like that kind of a meme. It's also like, if you don't love me at this state, then you don't deserve me at this state. Like, it's kind of like that meme. Let me stop. The legs are pretty nice. The only thing that's really weird is because of where it's sewn. Like, it gives a very Toy Story vibe, how flat that is. I don't know if I generally like that, but it's not very noticeable if you're looking facing forward. If you're looking to the side, it looks kind of weird. But Usually you're not going to be looking to the side of a plush. His ears are flat. They're not like solid, which I kind of actually like this detail. I don't know why, but the idea of them being like, you being able to just like slightly move those around and it being like flat but soft and just, even though it's not a solid object, it still definitely looks really nice in my opinion. So if I did miss anything in this video, please do let me know. Excuse me. Please do let me know in the comment section below. Don't worry, GE is getting its license back in 2019, so we will have a ton more GE Animations merchandise for Sonic. We do have, of course, the Sonic Tomy Plush line, and I feel like this is one of the good examples of what Tomy can do. I'm just hoping that the rest of the plush, because I did order a pretty decent amount, I'm really hoping they hold up to the standard and it's not as wishy-washy as some of them look, because that's what I'm more so worried about. But GE did such a fantastic job that it doesn't matter who got the line, because you'd be comparing it to GE. So, but we are getting more of that. We are getting the GE, some of the GE figures, or Tomy figures, my bad, as well. The Sonic Forces figures have done amazingly, so for all the fans of that, we are going to be getting Zavok and Infinite's pack, as well as the Chow pack for the figures when those release. And as I said in that box, we have another Tomy line plush that I believe you guys will be super stoked for. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think of this plush. Make sure to share this out with everybody you know and love, especially your iguana, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Keep toes safe. Zoom!